Hello.
Alright, g'day guys, welcome one and all, my name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Sirens and Silver, our D&D 5th edition adventure featuring these incredible and amazingly talented performers from all walks of life. Hello everyone!
Hello.
Alright. Now, if you've been here before, you know the dealio. We're going to introduce you to this wonderful cast of crazy crewmen who sail aboard the high seas of the lands of Olestria in the Dread Seas. Currently, they're on a quest to try and find an ancient and lost treasure. Whether or not they'll succeed is, well, still up to debate. But to tell you a little bit about these individuals and, of course, their journey, we're going to now throw the ball over to the cast members, starting with none other than the captain of this motley crew, none other than Captain Fork, played by my dear friend, Robert Hartley!
Hello there. I am indeed Robert Hartley. I am a Dungeon Master full-time and full-time game player and things like this. Today, I'm playing Captain Fork on a continuation of this story. He is a raven folk. He can fly, he can swim, he can hold his breath underwater. And a lot of that is because he has a patron that is from the depths of the water. That is a mystery to even his crewmates, somewhat. He tends to use tentacles when he fights. What else can I tell you about him? He's started to get a little bit obsessed with a lantern that he's found in a treasure hoard that can seemingly light the way and navigate him towards a sunken and long-lost treasure filled with gold. More gold than you can shake a stick at. And he's trying to find it.
Why are you shaking sticks at gold?
Desperately trying to find it. It's like a divining rod for gold.
Oh, right. Like the dowsing rods. Like you get two of them and you just like...
shake them real hard.
Perfect sense. Next up, of course, playing the role of the dashing Alistane Porter is none other than the even more dashing, that great gentleman, or as we know him, Patrick!
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Patrick Keefe. I am a voice actor, all that jazz. Here, you can also find me at That Great Gentleman everywhere on the internet. And of course, I will be portraying the role of Alistane Porter, the bosun of this ship, which is now my son. And if you do anything to hurt my son, you don't want to know it's going to happen to you.
Very terrifying words from a very terrifying Dragonborn. Next up, of course, on the other spectrum of things, is a lovable and adorable Harengon character that has been traveling with the group for a short period of time, but nonetheless has wormed her way into everyone's heart. This is none other than the dear character of Swift, played by my dear friend Janet from World Anvil!
Oh, hello. Swift, what can I say? She is what you get when you cross a swashbuckler with Jessica Rabbit. She hasn't seduced anyone for a little bit, which is...
For a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Everybody's
feel
gotta
like
have a
last
break.
session... Exactly. I feel like last session, we swifted genre, so we were playing D&D, now we're kind of playing Poker Mimic. We got to catch them all.
Yep.
Which I am for. So we've been slowly... We have, of course, Binkley, our ship's wizard, who is a ladle. If you've been watching, you know what I'm talking. If you haven't... Good luck,
by
guys!
the end of this campaign, the entirety of our ship and all of the mechanisms on it are made up of different mimics, I will be happy.
Yeah, we will be the Mimic Masters.
Yeah,
the Mimic Menagerie. I am so for this.
We get to the very end of the campaign, and then Swift just goes zzz, and then just turns out she was a mimic the whole time.
I was your patron all the time, and I was a mimic.
Oh my
Blah,
God.
blah, blah, blah.
Plot
We should
twist.
rename the ship to the best form of flattery.
That's it's in some multiverse it's canon.
I was gonna
Last.
say, you know what they say about giving the GM ideas.
It's true. It's all the ideas. It's all going down. I just have to write them down. Last but absolutely not least, playing the role of the indomitable Azalas is none other than the man himself, the dreaded GM!
Hello, everyone! I'm so excited for tonight's game because we have been working tirelessly for what's to come tomorrow. So now we get to kick back, have some fun, and smite some fools, and maybe just a little bit of pain to our enemies. If you want to find what I do, come see me on my Twitch channel, TreadGM. And also, I have a link tree now. So look at me, like all the cool kids out there.
There you go. Fantastic. All right. Well, With that being said, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Guys, we cannot build shows like this without, of course, the wonderful support of not only our lovely audience, but also the following individuals. First of all, Hero Forge, who provide us with the wonderful artworks you can see on screen. We have this handsome Shah Khan over here. We have all the characters, and you'll also get to see me bust out some pretty spectacular Hero Forge minis today. I've got some very special ones there, and you can see the invisible cloak wearing Azalis that he's got right there, because his green screen on his green character tends to make it disappear. And same thing with Azalis, it looks like. Well, don't worry, we'll show you one at some point. But yeah, and thank you, of course, to Sirenscape for the wonderful sounds that we will hear throughout the course of today's session. That was very soft, but but yeah, there you go. And last but certainly not least, a very, very big shout out and thank you to our dear friends over at Fantasy Grounds for the VTT that we use. And if you want to as well, if you actually do enjoy the maps we use, because I was very swiftly reminded yesterday, thanks to the World Anvil stream. By the way, if you haven't gone and checked it out, go check out the World Anvil stream. A good friend of mine was on stream yesterday talking about maps. I wonder who that could be. It was none other than my dear friend Kaora. Who was doing some really cool stuff over on the World Anvil stream. So if you want to learn some cool stuff about map making, or if you want to check out some really cool map makers there, links are in the chat. And yeah, there you go. Because I cannot map draw, but I love people who can. They're very talented people. And Secondhand Samurai was there too. I can see you in chat. I see you. All right. You just what?
I love the handle, Secondhand Samurai. I just really, really like the handle.
It's a very cool handle. All right.
The bean behind the handle is even more awesome. I can tell you that for free. He's good bean.
Mm-hmm.
He's been with us since before World Anvil was a thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, first flames of the forge, kind of deal.
Oh, maybe that's what you should call them. The First Flame. Yeah. The Knights of the First Flame. Ooh, that's cool. All right.
It's happening. It's canon.
All right. Well. Celebrations run abound on the beach just off the dead man's lantern. Our heroes are enjoying a well-deserved rest after a massive and sordid battle against the evil Talvaronian army, a giant ship comprised of a massive mimic being piloted by ludicrous zealots who had been mind-controlled into suits of armor and forced to take to the seas to hunt pirates. Thankfully, the group managed to not only fell the ship and its occupants, but also subdue the mimic, and it's now slowly being applied layer by layer to the ship of Captain Fork and crew. The derelict wreckage of the Talvaronian ship lies in ruin on the beach, and you could see that as the sun begins to set, the macaw, a race of velociraptor crewmen that sail aboard the ship, are currently busy at work trying to pull apart and reacquire as much of the resources from the Talvaronian ship as possible. But as the night fades on, celebrations are abound, as Makor are well known for. They set up large bonfires and they begin to pull out assorted meats that they then roast. You can see that there's singing and dancing in a language you can barely understand. You're fairly sure that two of the Makor have gone skinny dipping, but then very quickly you realize none of the Makor actually wear pants. But nonetheless, the atmosphere seems to be twisting and turning, and you can now see that that there is joy over the faces of the crew who are celebrating a hard-won battle. Now,
yeah, Alistane is absolutely got a big thing of grog in his hand and has maybe 3 macaws sitting on top of his shoulders and hanging off his horns.
You've also got like a various assortments of colored flowers woven into your horns by the macaw. Yeah, they just kind of it's like a tradition. You're like, yeah, as they're on your shoulders, they're like tying stuff to you. You can see that ale is running thick and wide, except there's this one very angry macaw who is sitting there, and he kind of like, he reaches down, grabs a mug, he puts it into like this big mug of ale, and then goes, he puts the mug in the ale again, and as he does this, the mug then burps. He looks into it. It then has this eyeball that looks at him, and he goes, "Ah!" And he quickly flings the mug in the air and runs away.
Okay. I will jump out and try and catch Binkley.
All right, you catch Binkley. Binkley hiccups, and you see several of these like little tiny like booze bubbles kind of like float out of the empty mug.
I think that's enough for you, buddy. And I just put him down in the sand.
As you put him down in the sand, he sort of turns into a pair of slippers. Because he turned into thongs.
Oh, goodness.
What is Azalis doing?
Azalis, right now is just like watching the festivities, and then he's also cautiously watching the captain as well, just seeing what the captain is currently doing and sort of recalling the past events that have just happened, and that embrace that we had on the beach as well.
The captain, in a very quick turnabout of personality, I guess, it has after that incident on the beach, took like 10 minutes or so just to himself, and then seems to be almost back to his normal. He's like partying with the rest of them and really going hard. Like the captain is like consuming as much as he can of this party, like, and I mean that in both literal and figurative sense.
Nice. You are constantly provided with I'm sorry,
I was gonna say more than he usually would, or like,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go have a chat with Swift and Alistane.
Yeah, Alistane's absolutely gonna like disembark the macaws that have hung on to him. Like, all right, you scapes, get out of here. Go on. Go, PT. Oh no, I'll come back to party later. I promise. Look at me. Promise. Get out of here. And wanders right over.
I love it.
Yeah.
Swift.
As Swift is, has now apparently a pair of Binkley slippers next to her, and she just sort of leaves Binkley to, I don't know, sleep it off, I guess. She watches the captain grab another bottle, flip it open, stagger slightly sideways, and then drink. And she looks at Azalis and Alistane, who she sees are sort of moving towards each other, and she's like, yeah, okay.
More cards.
So-
No, let's play cards. No, I feel like cards. No, bring them out. I grab a barrel that's still like got like a good half a foot of ale in the bottom of it, but I just turn it over and it sloshes over the deck, and I go, one for the deck, and then I just put the barrel upside down and sit next to it.
God,
Cards.
the ship's alive now.
Yeah. As you flip the barrel upside down, several of the macaw pull out what looks to be, I mean, you're not even entirely sure. There are somehow more cards than in a standard deck of playing cards, but there are less suits than there should be in the deck. As they're kind of dishing out and shuffling the cards themselves and placing them out in front of you, Azalis, your mind begins to drift. You recall the previous landing when Captain Falk. Sorry, Azalis. What did I say?
You said Azalis.
You said Azalis.
You said it all.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Azalis recalls the events from the previous previous day, when the captain went into the ocean and fell in. He seemed to be down there for quite some time, and even though he can breathe water, you had this feeling in your gut. You remember that feeling, almost as if something was pulling you down to an unfathomable depth. as you reach down to grab the captain, suddenly he reached up and grabbed you. You still feel the tightness around your throat where he grabbed you. And you think for a moment, is it worth it?
All right. Locking eyes with Alistane and Swift, as Alice is going to say, something very strange is happening with the captain.
Something very strange has been happening with the captain for some time.
You've noticed too, huh? Swift
I've
and I
not
have
been here
talking
long,
about
but
it.
it's obvious to me. You guys know him better, but I have fresh eyes.
No, it's probably good to have that perspective, at least in this situation. As Alice, Swift and I have been noticing this for a little while. Odd behaviors, out of character. It's
Do you remember-
concerning. Swift, you go.
Do you remember the night Azalis took down the ramfish? He just handed over responsibility to us. That's not the man who brought me on board.
It's not the man who is usually so, I don't know.
Particular.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Is there a curse? Is there some spell that has a hold of him?
Do we think it has to do with the lantern? I mean, part of me feels like this started then, but part of me feels like, I don't know, it's hard to say. Because there's multiple different things happening here. There's the actions that seem to go against his very being, but then there's also the fact that, and he looks over at the captain, just, being as debaucherous as possible.
Just as you look over, I've just backhanded one of the macaws for dropping for me dropping my cards.
The macaw that has been backhanded was smacked as collateral damage. The guy who actually was playing cards with you ducks as you kind of swing, and you hit the guy behind him.
Captain doesn't seem to notice or care.
I am.
He seems hungrier than usual, thirstier, somehow.
He threatened me yesterday on the shore.
What?
He grabbed me by the throat and said never to interrupt him again. He knows he doesn't have to threaten me.
While he was doing what, though?
I don't know. Whatever it wasn't good. I am his weapon. He doesn't need to threaten me. His will is mine. My conquest his. The fact that he threatened me yesterday. Oh, was it today? Sorry.
This afternoon. Yeah.
The fact that he threatened me this morning is all but proof to me that he's losing his grip.
I know he's always been
Strict.
a religious man. The business with the water, but it's becoming more, and it's becoming worse.
I've never really pushed to ask what it was all about.
I mean, who wants to offend a man's god, right?
Next loser gets keelhauled. Let's make this interesting. Oh, come on. Fine, just whipped.
Ah! They deal out another set of the cards. As you are discussing this, Captain Fork, the music begins to fade as your hand is drawn. You look back over onto the island. A small campfire is on the beach. You can kind of see the illumination of the moonlight against the canopies of the jungle-like island that you find yourself in. And piercing the sound of the revelry, you begin to hear something. the sound of almost like a sweet melody. It sounds close. It sounds almost like someone standing right next to you. But as you turn, you see no one there.
I think the captain tries to play it cool in his kind of drunken state. He tries to, he like, it's definitely what his concentration's on now. But he tries to turn back to the game and finish this hand.
All right. As you do so, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ooh, yeah, boy. All right, fantasy round. Wisdom saving throw.
Is he incapacitated?
No, he's not incapacitated right now.
Interesting.
Pretty good. 21.
You realize that you've got water in your boots. You kind of like just feel like, you know, that kind of sloshing, like
I was gonna say as well. The captain seems like he's been for a swim recently, and if anybody's been like following every bit of his movements, and like you realize that he hasn't actually been in the water for a while, but his feathers are slick. Sort of. This is when I notice that I'm slick as well.
Yeah.
Down to my boots. Nice. Sort of just kick. I like struggle with kicking them off until I remember that they're part of my like shift weave, and I can just think them off. And then I just stop and try and concentrate on them. Try and get them to just retreat into the rest of the costume.
Do we see that he's wet?
Yes, all of you see that he is wet. But what you don't see is that Captain Fork, you see that as soon as your shoes disappear, your boots are sort of recoiled into your shift weave. Like literally like almost like a torrent of water just flushes out and washes across the deck. There is enough water to say that it'd be like the equivalent of a large wave hitting the ship. That's how much water you perceive pouring out of your pant legs.
I just stare at it, and with a raven like beak, I don't really show facial expressions too much, but if I could, I'd probably be smiling.
The other three may make an insight check if you would like.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna say under my breath, what the hell is that?
Well, we don't see the wall.
Oh yeah, you don't see the tidal wave of water.
You see the water on me.
Yeah,
but...
you just see that he's wet. Yeah.
But you don't see the tidal wave.
Oh yeah, so Swift.
-1.
Well,
not Alistane.
Damn it. With a +5 to my insight.
I was gonna say, you're usually so insightful.
Really? Yeah, I think it's less about you not noticing and more like you are in this kind of conversation about the captain quite deeply. Swift, you notice that the captain, his eyes trail every once in a while. He's still having fun. He's still smiling. He's still, kind of playing with the macaw and stuff. But you notice that
he's drunk.
Yeah, but you do notice when he moves his boots away, he kind of looks around at or for something. You're not quite sure what exactly, but...
Is there a general direction, or is it just everywhere?
Everywhere.
Just looks like I'm surveying the deck of the ship, like something has rolled, like I've dropped something and heard it roll, and I'm looking for it, I guess. I guess it kind of looks like that. When in actuality, I'm looking at the waters just like it's hypnotic patterns of like smashing against the inside of the banisters. Is that what you call them? I don't know, the bit on the ship that you don't fall off. Smashing up against the inside of that and rolling back, and it's like rippling off of both sides, and I'm watching the ripples. And other people are just kind of walking through it, and it doesn't seem to be sloshing and stuff.
It looks like he's looking for his marbles.
I'm hungry! I just shout out to no one in particular.
I don't know how much longer we can follow the captain if he's lost like this.
It's...
Food!
One of the macaw brings out some sort of bird. You're not sure what it is. They have a bird now.
A live bird or a cooked bird?
Roll a d10.
Oh God.
Roll a d10 for food poisoning.
How many tenths of cooked is this bird?
Basically.
If you're a bird,
we
and
got
you
a
eat
1.
a bird,
A 1? It is alive.
Is it a live bird?
Yes.
What kind of bird is it?
Roll a d10.
A 1 again.
Much regard.
Sorry, did you say a 1?
I got a 1 both times.
Oh.
Okay, one moment, please.
Oh dear. You've got a table of 10 birds that you just
It's
prepared
a pterodactyl.
They
All right.
flushed the dinosaur out of.
Okay.
It is a kiwi.
So-
somehow the macaws have a kiwi.
You take a look at this bird and realize it's some sort of hideous hybrid. It seems to have like kind of the body of a lizard, maybe the wings of a bat, the head of a chicken, definitely.
Oh god.
Oh
gosh, where did we get this?
And its
That's
mouth.
what you want to eat of a chicken.
Oh,
the
this is
head.
gonna go
Its mouth is stuffed with what looks to be an apple, and tucked into its wings is like berries and nuts and flowers, and it looks very angry. As it sort of begins to shake its head, it seems to have a blindfold over its eyes for some reason.
What the addition to surf and turf would be, but whatever it is, this is it.
I will take the bird from the macaw that's bringing it, and drop my cards, and my cards kind of scatter off of the side of the barrel and into the water from my view.
Ah. You see one of them open up a new deck of cards and just mix it into the pile.
No. And I'll grab the bird sort of around the back of the base of the neck, and then under the chin around the neck, and I'll kind of look at its bandaged head, and I'll say to the bird, "I trust life is plentiful. May you consume your fill." I kind of say louder, as if I'm talking to maybe the bird, maybe just the people around me.
All right.
And then more to myself, I say, "May the bodies of my enemies feed your insatiable hunger, and mine." And then I'm going to try and snap the bird's neck. And then I will just bite down, almost raw, just like...
And all the macaw just suddenly cheer, like this is like the best thing ever.
You have probably seen the captain eat raw things before, but things that are meant to be eaten raw, like, certain types of fish, and like there's delicacies of like saltwater eels,
Not
maybe
like
that you'll catch.
Octopus carpaccio, for example.
Yeah, just all kinds of like seafood you've seen him eat raw. But a raw bird is a little
Alice Coopered it.
Yeah, and Alice Coopered it. Or
That's
Ozzy Osbourne.
salmonella right there.
Ozzy Osbourne, that's right.
Ozzy
Ozzy
was
Osbourne
a
did.
bit the bat. Yeah.
That's right.
Ah.
Poor bat.
There's something I figure I should inform you two about.
That.
Talk to the captain a little bit about it. My previous crew, before all of this, we had an encounter with Captain Goldfist.
What?
It was a long time ago.
It would have had to be.
I was the only one that survived.
And now we have.
I was thrown into the sea and left for dead, and I washed on shore somewhere. What's happening to the captain? And
You've
the
seen
way
it
he's
before.
behaving. In a way, I mean, it was bedlam. I remember glimpses of that night. But it's the desire, it's the constant longing.
Zalis is going to grab Alastair by his coat and pull him in close. You didn't think to tell us this sooner.
It didn't.
The evidence is there.
I understand. And
just pulling him in
I
tight.
didn't want to mention it because I didn't want to believe it myself, alright? I was in denial as well.
Swift lays a hand on Azalis' shoulder, or on Azalis' elbow, I should say. The worst thing we can do now is turn against each other. The best thing we can do now is help the captain.
It's getting
We can only
harder
do
to
that
ignore.
with one another.
Swift's right, as always. We have to be
Take a
together
breath.
on this.
Yeah, picks up Alistain's jacket.
I don't blame you for being angry. I get it. I really do. It's just something I never really wanted to face again. And then we found somehow, by destiny or luck or pure coincidence.
Dad, can you remind me of the name of the first mate?
Snapper.
Snapper.
Dog Snapper.
Doc Snapper.
We found Doc Snapper on our ship, and I had a nice little conversation with him. It was very enlightening. I just don't want to see him turn into that.
Do you
Oh, the
think if we
signs. Sorry, Swift, go ahead.
Do you think if we destroy the lantern? Is that what's got hold of him now?
No, I think it's deeper than that. I don't even know if we could destroy the lantern. I don't even know if he'd let us. I think at this point we need to see the course. And if it comes to it, take this thing out at its heart. Not the captain, whatever's got a hold of him. 'Cause I don't know about you, but I ain't got anything that's gonna be breaking any curses anytime soon.
And he kind of like waves his fingers as like sparks dance between them.
And then there's the matter of Poseidon's horn. And my amour, I suppose.
Did you say Poseidon's horn?
Jaggerjaw.
Yeah, g'day.
You-
Sorry. I mean, look, I didn't mean to like be eavesdropping or anything like that, mate. I was here first.
No, you're
You just
fine.
started.
You would
Yeah, it's fine.
provide some-
Just walked off over to where Jaggerjaw is. Just had a huddle around him.
Yeah.
Jaggerjaw's just there, like drinking, having a party.
Yeah, yeah, no. Listen, I'm not trying to get into your politics or anything like that, but yeah, the Horn of Poseidon. You're not really chasing after that piece of shit, are you?
Well,
If we were.
yeah.
Look, those fish bottom kelp sucking bastards like to talk themselves up. Ooh, the staff of Kilimanjaro and you know, the flim flam of the Wim Wham, you know, whatever. You know, they like to
Poet
mince
as
words.
always.
But we know what a weapon is, and we call it as we see it. We
And the staff of Poseidon is the horn of Poseidon is a weapon.
Well, I remember my old man used to tell me about it. Said that it did more than just command the ocean. Those beholden to it fell victim to its strange musics. They say some Oh, yeah, go on.
Add it to the list of cursed objects that we're currently dealing with. It's a growing list at that.
Oh, aye. And you know what? If you are after it, then look, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if your captain's a bit squirrely, I'd definitely be asking yourself, is your ship bound by the will of the captain to find the horn? Or is something else driving you towards it? I mean, that's just me. What does an old salt know like me know? Look, whatever it is, maybe I'll stick around a little longer just to, help out around the old place. And, who knows, with a new mimic lying about, I'm sure Alistane wouldn't mind having an extra pair of hands to make sure it doesn't decide to take a chomp on the odd, what the hell are these things?
Recall.
Yeah, right.
What he said.
Swift
Captain-
narrows her eyes and says, "What do you know about?" She hesitates. She looks to one side. Goldfist's treasure.
Goldfist treasure. Ha! Nothing but a legend, I reckon. But something to be said about a legend that so many people are willing to shed blood for. Some do it for family, some do it for pride. But equal part to the treasure itself is the legend. Someone who could steal something from Goldfist wouldn't just be, some, run-of-the-mill pirate or grave robber.
So there's the glory, and there's the legend, and there's the stories. And what if I knew there was proof? What if I knew it existed? What would the stories tell me then?
Well, let's play a game. Let's say the stories are true. Let's say that Goldfist's treasure is really out there somewhere and not sunk to the bottom of the depths along with his rotten carcass.
Let's say.
Rumor has it that the Dread Seas themselves were beholden to a great and powerful creature. A creature with the strength of a god. The reason why Goldfist was able to wield such power to steal what he could was because he wielded that very same power for himself.
He took the power from a god.
Oh, well, it's a portion of it, yeah, but, it's beyond the scope of magic. Beyond the scope of what one would consider to be common sense, even. I'm talking about castles made of pure water, fish who served as walkways and bridges for carriages to travel between islands. We're talking about absolute control over the seas and those that dwell within. But as you know, our lands, we don't have ocean gods. We have Gidnera, the goddess mother of nature, and her many forms.
And that we do.
Which begs the question, what god crossed what man that we don't know its very name?
If it even is a god to begin with.
God is just a name. You have enough power, you're a god.
That's true.
I was thinking more along the lines of the opposite of a god.
With these
Everything's got a mirror image.
with these words ringing in, the night gets late and the party begins to wind down. The flames are stoked and the drink and the food is put away. As the evening winds down, in addition to obviously your long rest, is there anything anyone else would like to do before we transition to our next day?
Yeah, the captain, at some point as the party is winding down, he spent quite a bit of his time with his side eye on the beach and the campfire and the presence that I felt but didn't see. I don't see any more of that. I don't get any more glimpses or anything. I've drunk so much that Alistane starts to go like really out of focus to me, like just blurry eyes, just
Yeah, we're working on it.
It's just you're just seeing things through my eyes.
Yeah. I am being perceived through the eyes of the captain. Hey, there we go. Now I'm back in focus.
Illustrative lack of focus.
Sorry, I got
Dag.
a bit blurry there for a moment.
What? Dag, so I said I was looking across to the beach where you said that I just kind of felt a presence but didn't see it. Like, do I, at any point during the night, I'm keeping my eye looking over there to the point where that you guys probably notice as well that I keep kind of glancing to the beach. Do I see any progression to anything over there?
Yes. A short distance into the jungle, following what looks to be a river leading out into the ocean, you see, for a fleeting moment, a fog that seems to rise up as the temperature lowers. It rises up and forms a skull, which opens its maw, and almost looks to be drinking from the very ocean itself.
At that, I just kind of like tip over. I imagine maybe I was like squatting on the edge of the balustrade, the banister, whatever you call it, on the edge of the ship, and just like pissing in the ocean. And then like I see this, and I just kind of like fall backwards into the ocean. And then once I'm underwater, I just kind of almost inhale as much of it as I can, just like a big lungful, big stomachful, whatever orifice it enters. I just need the ocean water in me, so I just like open myself to it.
Do we see this happen?
Yeah, do we see this?
You've been keeping an eye on the captain because of his behavior. You see him
I'd
kind
say
of
so.
drunkenly stumble over to the side of the ship and just like squat his ass over the edge of the ship and take a piss.
Hell is this?
And then he looks towards the shore and then sort of falls backwards.
Trying to move over towards where this happened and look down.
All right.
Swift says, "Oh, for goodness sake!" And twists on her spot, and Misty steps to as close as she can to where the captain has just fallen in.
Yeah.
All right.
Into the water if you can.
Alistane gives out the call. Man overboard! Captain's gone in the drink again. Somebody get
As the captain
rope down there, please.
As the captain falls into the water and begins to sink into the depth, your eyes begin to darken once again. This time the voice is clearer. It's almost as if being underwater enhances it. You seem to be drawn towards the skull. The voice.
You guys, as you look over the ship, you see that my wings have unfurled underneath the water, and I seem to just be like drifting, like passive, not passively, in a peacefully, sort of like I'm just slowly, just very gracefully, kind of just like swimming without like intent, and I've just shifted my position. I'm still on my back under the water, and I'm maybe like 6 feet beneath the waves, and I've just started kind of like peacefully backstroking with my wings towards the shore.
Right.
Is he?
What is happening? I don't like this.
No.
What are we meant to do?
I go after him, maybe? Swift.
I hate having to be the responsible one, says Swift. It is not in my character at all. And then she dives overboard.
Yeah.
Is it it's just a singing voice, you say? There's no words I'm picking out?
Correct, there's no words.
What kind of melody?
Alistane
Oh, wait,
looks-
we can't hear it.
Okay, I'll need...
Alistane looks over at Azalis is like, so we're going to need to take a rowboat because I can't fly again today.
Cause we need transportation.
They lower the dinghy into the water.
Yeah, we hop in.
Yep.
All right, very well. I will require you to buy
Swift
me
is
5 minutes.
No worries.
I swear to God, Alistane, if he strangles me again, I am going to cut his hand off.
I think at this point I'm
words.
a little bit more worried about you strangling him than the other way around.
I'm
I feel
most
like
probably
that's
going
what-
to.
Just don't
All right, well,
don't interrupt me, bruh. Just don't interrupt me.
Let's
We'll be
just
fine.
breathe. Let's just like deep breaths. We will deal with this as the time progresses onwards. But for right now, it seems like we're dealing with just a number of shit upon shit sandwiches.
Azalis starts taking the most deep breaths, really fast.
I
Okay,
think
maybe a
as
little bit
well-
slow. You're gonna start to pass out, and it's like your vision starts to darken as you're hyperventilating. Like Azalis, maybe don't do that.
Not so deep. Dag, is it okay if I have the lantern on me, like not my lantern, but the gold lantern?
Yes, I have no problem with that.
Because I think during the party I had it in the captain's quarters, and then you saw me like a couple times. I would get up and walk back to the captain's quarters, and then the frequency of me going back to the quarters was like increasing. Like I'd like go and check on something in the quarters a couple times every couple of minutes, it seems, and then eventually like I just came out with the lantern, and I just like held it and kept it on me for the rest of playing games and drinking and stuff. I just went to one hand because I just had the gold lantern in the other hand. And as far as you know, the lantern just led us here, so like it's already served its purpose. So yeah, probably you've got your suspicions around why I would have it on me, but now it's just kind of like held to my chest by my hands as I'm underwater, just with my wings doing the work.
I'm sorry I lost my temper before, Alistane.
It's understandable. It's not something that I particularly enjoy talking about or reliving. But as things have gone on, it's become more and more pertinent and more necessary to the current situation. I lost a lot of friends that day, Azalis.
Well, I'm glad you shared with us. I'd like to think that we've become friends in the time that we've spent together.
I agree, and I think that's one of the reasons I didn't really want to bring it up.
You didn't want to lose us.
I didn't want to even think about it.
Well,
It feels like it just keeps coming back.
this is the last time it's going to come back if I have anything to say about it, friend.
Alistane puts a free hand on Azalis' shoulder and just kind of like lightly squeezes it and nods.
Let's end this.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I've given you all a short rest, and you guys are making your way on the dinghy and chasing after the captain. Now, all of you have. Now, I didn't get a chance to mention this before, but thank you to Aliska, who has given everyone a inspiration point or a hero point. So that has been applied to everyone already. She actually gave that ages ago. I just didn't want to
break into.
Yeah, I didn't want to break the vibe, but yeah. So thank you so much for that. Now, the captain begins to make their way into the jungles, heading deep and almost. There's almost a knowingness about the direction that they're taking.
Does the singing get louder? Am I being like, or is it like the singing, whatever the source of the singing is sort of like receding as I get closer?
It's receding as you get closer.
Yeah.
Eventually, you come to the following location. A large, dense area of jungle. And carved into a nearby cave, you see the mouth of a skull.
Oh, good. That's not ominous at all. That's great. Good stuff.
All right, there we go. Beautiful. Out of the mouth of the skull, water pours out like a river, all the way down, winding into the ocean.
I sort of like, I just kind of been in this kind of drunken trance, making my way here, following music, not really paying attention to anything. But then
Take him away.
I flip over and I emerge from the water, and I see this skull and sort of blink the double vision and water out of my eyes, and see this skull really just sort of kind of take it in, and then I open my mouth and let water just pour out of my beak. And you're silenced by a wizard.
God damn it. The water pours out of your mouth and begins to just erupt as you just... And as the water lands on the ground next to you, it just sort of disappears as if it weren't there in the first place. You hear the sounds of the others coming up behind you. Presuming, of course, that you guys don't want to be sneaking. Is that correct?
I don't think we have to at this point.
No,
think
probably not.
we've just kind of like gotten this idea. It's like Captain's in a trance. We're gonna follow him. I don't even think he realizes that we're there.
Nope.
I think
Or at least we don't
would
think he
prioritize. We would prioritize hurry over sneak.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think.
Keep a,
Yeah.
like I'm sort of following the like, let's see what he's doing. Let's see where this is going.
Can we hear the music? Or is it just
No,
just
just
Captain-
just the captain hears it.
Captain Marbles over there?
Captain Marbles. All right.
Yeah.
But by this stage, you have all gotten close enough that you realize he has stopped in his tracks. For the record, Jaggerjaw is not with you. He is still
Okay.
on the ship.
Yeah, I think that was probably like a JJ, please, for the love of the gods, keep this ship afloat and from eating any of the crew.
You be good, my little
And
mimic
don't
baby.
let the poop smith up on the decks near the food.
Keep him out my kitchen.
The what now?
Please. Like,
Away from the carrots.
you'll figure it out real quick, I promise.
You said poop, right? Oh.
I did. You heard correct.
All right. All right. Who would like to approach the captain?
I will.
Captain, where are you going? What is happening?
I trust life is plentiful. I haven't turned to see you. I'm just looking up at the skull.
What do you mean life is plentiful? Of course it is. You speaking in riddles.
Alistair is hanging back with Swift.
I'm gonna
I
draw
kind
my.
of like blink and look around myself as if something wasn't quite adding up there. And then I turn and kind of see you and double take, and I realize you're there for the first time.
Yeah, you can see that I'm holding my moon touched
Gonzalez.
great sword that's gleaming.
Yes, Captain.
My friend, we did it. And I walk over towards you with my arms out.
Is
I'm
there
gonna
any?
cautiously move forward. With my
Is there any
sword still being held.
I just put my
physical
hand
difference in
around.
the captain? Does he still look like him? Oh, Dag, you are the silent.
He's been
I sound
silenced.
like I'm
Oh,
Yes,
silent.
silence
he is.
wizard.
Silence wizard.
He's very strong today. Yes,
Very
he is indeed, the same. A little bit drunk. He's got like some vomit probably like just sort of
Yeah.
caked over the sides of his beak. But beyond that,
Bird vomit.
he doesn't seem to be in worse for wear.
My gauntlet hand is gonna come out, holding up 3 fingers, holding him to stay. I'm gonna say,
What have we done, Captain?
Found it.
Found what?
We're here.
You hear, coming up from behind you, the sound of huge footsteps, each stepping closer and closer.
There is nothing more than what we have found. It is everything. We are it. We are the ones. We are at the pinnacle. Azalas, you and I, we have done it. I reach out and I grab the sides of your head, and I'm just kind of like, we have done it, Azalas.
What have we done, Captain? What is that
Grab the
noise? What is
captain,
coming?
Get him back over here now.
We found it. We're here.
I'm gonna try and grapple Captain Falk.
Well, as you attempt to do so, something emerges. In fact, 3 some things emerge from the mouth of the cave.
Of course they do.
Where am I?
You hear a small voice from a bush. It says, "Guys, hide!"
Alright. Should we attempt to hide?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to hide. I think that's a good plan. I
You know
think
what?
grab the captain, attempt to hide.
I'm gonna try and push the captain off in towards Alistane to grab. Azalis doesn't hide.
Yeah.
Azalis never hides.
All right.
See if I understand what's going on.
So,
Nope, I have no idea. I just go with it. I don't seem to acknowledge that you pushed me. I didn't seem to understand.
Alright,
I thought I
cool,
might have
yeah.
tripped for all I know. So you pushed me into Alistane and
Alistane,
resist.
and I
Alistair's
stand there.
gonna scoop the captain up like bridal style and is gonna carry him over to a bush.
For the significant brawn on my upper body, I am relatively light because I am a bird. My muscles.
Yeah.
I am doing a very bad
bones.
job at hiding.
oh yeah,
Can
you're
I
carrying a
give? Wait.
drunken
Can I
crow.
give the help action since I'm staying out as a distraction?
You know what? It's not gonna matter. I think you being a distraction. I think you being a distraction is going to get exactly what's going to happen. So,
Okay.
Fair enough.
emerging.
I'm staying. You guys there.
Emerging from the mouth of the cave are 3 huge lizard folk. Now, when I say huge, I mean like these guys are built solid and about twice the size of any lizard folk you've ever seen.
Oh, good.
These are a
sorry, guys.
race
5
of
a.m.
lizard folk variants that you've only heard of as you have thought that they had died out long ago. These are the Saurians.
Oh my god, yes!
The Saurians
Oh,
are
hell
distant
yeah,
relatives to the
fighting
macaw. And you now
Oh,
realize that why the macaw was so happy to be on this island, this is their home.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Backstory, plot twist.
That's my entire act. I just wanted to bring them home. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
was just looking for
The whole story.
I was just looking for the macaw's home. That's all.
All right. Now, in addition to that is what looks to be a kind of Stegosaurus version, flanked by 2 tyrannosaurs.
Shit.
And I can show you guys this.
They turn on each other.
They do. No.
One's
All
a
right.
butterfly.
There is one individual who seems to be brandishing a very strange-looking weapon, a large, monstrous tooth emblazoned with runic markings.
Can you just make a gigantic warhammer made out of a tooth on Hero Forge, or did you like have to do some jiggery pokery to that?
No, that's just it comes like that.
Hickory joggery.
Damn, that's awesome.
It is very cool.
I do like the phrase jiggery pokery.
Now, as this happens, you watch as one of them steps forward, seeing Azalis standing, well, literally in the way. They start to move over.
Staring down. Staring them down.
All right. As you stare them down, they are not paying any attention to the ones hidden in the bushes, and they kind of surround in a way. Azalis. Azalis, you're about, at best, crotch or knee height to one of these creatures. And they begin to speak. One of them opens their mouth, and their appearance, their cadence kind of looks like they're trying to say something to you. And as he gestures, what you hear, and apologies in advance, is...
I'm guessing spittle flying by me. I'm just gonna pump out my chest and hold my shoulders proudly. My moon touch greatsword like casting light around me.
Who are you? Is this your home?
They look at each other, and they start talking to each other. As they literally... they kind of then look down. They look down at you as you've said stuff. Basically, these guys, this is just their volume. That's
Yeah.
I'm
They're
just joining
having a
in.
normal
So, yeah.
conversation.
yeah.
Meanwhile, it's.
I turn and see them, and like only when they roll like that do I even seem to notice that they were there. And then I turn back to Alistair and I say, "Well, one must take down the beast if one wants to feast." And then while I look at you, my other hand goes out towards them, and I send off two Eldritch Blasts.
No.
Wait, no. Is there a way that we can try to stop this with a reaction?
I will give Alistair
him-
a let's go with 3 steps. Number 1 is Alistair, I need you to make a perception check to see if you notice, or even an insight, perception or insight, your choice, to see if you notice what the captain is doing.
Well,
Am I
let's
going to
see
pistol whip the captain? That's what I need
right.
to know right now.
You might.
Let's see if my +5 does me any better right now.
You have a
Alright.
hero point if you want to use it.
Oh yeah, no, 15 is perfectly fine.
Fine.
Okay, now you may make an athletics check to try and restrain or try and otherwise redirect the captain from firing an eldritch blast at these creatures.
Okay. I mean, a dirty 20 is pretty good.
All right, Robert, you have disconnected and you look frozen.
Both in the game and in real life.
I think we're about to lose.
I
Rob,
reacted so quickly. I
but
froze.
yeah,
the
that's
captain.
exactly it. All right, I'm gonna roll.
Alright.
I'm gonna roll for the Captain Fork. Please bear with me while I. Haha! Check it out. I have what? No! Stop it! What have I done?
Oh no! What's happening?
Hold on. I got
Pay no
this.
attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yes.
Professionals make things look easy.
There we go.
I love it.
And then
Very good.
You know, all we really need is that picture we had before. Last time.
there it is.
Wow.
Hold on. I got this. Yeah.
Oh my
Very
god,
good.
we're a kaleidoscope of awesome.
There it is.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, look.
I
I'm
feel
not-
like Doctor Strange. Woo!
You have entered
Yep, there it
into
is.
a world
Yeah.
beyond time.
Yeah, this is my
Beyond
dag has
comprehension.
broken the
This
thing.
Is the dead
Let
Aussie
chaos
Gamer
reign.
All right, there we go. Woo. And I feel like I should be on screen here somewhere. Let's do this. There we go.
Very good.
Boom.
By the way,
Whoa, Mega Michael.
Welcome to just
Mega Michael. There we go. So this is us. As you can see, we're under construction. Let's see what Rob has to
I
say.
love everything about
I,
this.
Okay.
sometimes
what
you
just
need
happened,
to.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold
Amazing.
on.
By
So
the way,
While we're figuring this out, for those of us who speak Macaw, which we have established as a couple of us previously,
Yes.
can we understand at all what they have said?
Actually, yes, you can understand a little bit of what they are talking about.
Michael,
Yes,
by the way,
you're breeding.
I am. Thank you.
There's more of you. How is
There.
this happening?
amazing.
Incredible.
I Zalas wouldn't hide in that situation.
Oh yeah,
So-
no, of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. Yeah, this
We
is
know it's
that's
ours.
perfect characterization
Yep.
for you.
Yep.
I,
Yeah.
however, am going
It's
to
pretty perfect.
stop the drunken captain from trying to fire Eldritch Blast.
All right, I'm gonna roll. I'm
At 3 pissed off dinosaurs.
All right.
I just blacked. I didn't realize I drunk quite so much. I blacked out.
Amazing.
Internet dropped out. Sorry.
No, that's okay. We just discovered how useful my my tech screen is. Very efficient. Don't need to look into that any further.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all right,
sounds
so-
like-
It's been some smooth transitions here.
Super smooth.
been
All
good.
right.
Yeah, super
So,
smooth.
Captain, I need you to make me an athletics check, if you'd be so kind.
Oh yeah, this is my jam. Athletics. I have good athletics.
Ooh, and Alistair got an insight bonus.
6.
Uh,
I don't know why that rolled twice.
okay, I will give Alistair the
You
insight
had
bonus.
disadvantage.
I had.
That's why it rolled twice.
Why do you have
Okay.
disadvantage? Because you're
I don't know.
poisoned.
It's set to disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Well, it shouldn't be. Let me do that again.
Then you can just use the top
you're
result,
I
which
think you're
is-
poisoned because you got drunk.
Oh yeah, true. That makes sense.
Yep.
All
All right.
Cool. An 8 total.
Very well. Alistane moves the arm, and the blast fires into the air. This, of course,
Two tentacles split from my hand and just whip out to the side.
At this point,
Like,
the
ta-da!
yeah. At this point, the two larger ones seem super angry. They look enraged that someone's attacking them. But the larger one, now, I'm gonna say that Alistane speaks Macaw as a language. Like I feel like you at the very least.
I feel like that makes sense genealogical wise.
Yeah, they basically it's very rough. Because it's not Macaw that they're speaking, but it's a derived language from the same etymology, as the large Stegosaurus basically
Macaw
says. Basically says, yeah, it's Macaw Latin. Says hold, no fight, kill mean danger. And the two large T-Rex ones seem to stop at the behest of the Stegosaurus. It says, you no come. Enter death.
I don't understand what you're saying.
You missed it,
They
Alistair.
say to enter means death.
What?
If we go in the skull cave, we're going to die.
I mean, we kind of guessed that from the decor, hadn't we?
I think it's pretty clear. They're not exactly shy about how they broadcast the goings on this island.
There is always to be a guardian on the door of the bar, the tavern. We need to pay the toll to get in. That's all that they need from us.
Can we have some death specifics?
He actually responds to both of you, but still only speaking his language.
Right.
He says, we, not guardian. We, Thrax. Thrax, mighty warrior. Saurians. Enter cave. Sacred ground. Must beat Thrax.
Oh.
You die. Thrax kill if you enter.
Okay, but if we defeat you, then we get to go.
All right.
He doesn't
I
say
raised my
anything.
hand up again.
He kind of nods. Which is actually
We gotta fight him.
now as he does this, he moves the tooth down by his side. Azalis, something happens.
Okay.
As he touches the ground, stones begin to float into the air. Large boulders. Like just hover just off the ground. And the first thing he does is he slams the handle down into the ground, and these large boulders fly straight up into the sky. He then swishes the edge of the hammer towards you.
Yep.
And you watch as the meteorites that were hovering suddenly drop. I need you to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
Or if you want to, I will allow you to make an attack action to try and use your sword to chop away at the incoming boulders.
I'm gonna do that.
Make your
That's
attack
what
action.
I'm gonna do. Okay, cool. I am going to make an attack.
What level are we, by the way?
7?
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 sec.
What level is this guy, by the way? 12?
Because
Are we
I
7
had
or
like
are
a
we 8?
yeah, I had a
We're
vague
8.
recollection
I
that
think
you
we
said we
leveled
leveled up at the last time.
Natural 20. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
That's
strong.
So as the meteorites begin to start falling and clamoring, you begin to use your sword and just one after the other knock these big boulders aside, cutting them in half. You watch as the Stegosaurus seems very impressed and sort of gestures to the others to step back. The two large Saurians kind of pull backwards to bear witness. All right, we're gonna go into initiative.
Hells yeah, let's go.
Let's rock and roll.
Oh. Ah! Nice one, Pat.
big mistake.
I'm gonna point my sword towards the one that
I
did
didn't realize
that.
what I did. But...
All right, Azalis.
You're first.
Yep, Azalis is up first.
Oh
And
wow.
this is the creature in front of you.
All right.
Oh, I didn't know if we were rolling initiative, but I'm gonna guess I go last.
You go. No, you don't go last.
Rolls.
Third, you're third.
All right.
Fox go last.
Dag rolls for us.
Yeah.
So you don't need to.
Okay.
Hells yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna come in with my sword, and I'm going to use my great weapon master. And as I do, let's see what happens. Whoosh. 13. I'm going to use my hero point.
Wait, sorry. You what are you doing with your greatsword?
I'm coming in for an attack.
Okay, yeah. Remember, you roll it on the model.
Oh right. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that one was a 13.
13 will not hit.
Okay, cool. That's when I'll do the thing then.
I don't see any token other than me on the map.
I don't see the map.
On, fantasy.
No.
One moment.
My map is just darkness. Oh no, wait, actually, it just loaded.
Zoom right out and zoom in.
All right, and your second attack, as you swing, misses.
Oh no, sorry. That was the first attack.
Oh, that's your
because I
first attack?
used
The great
my
weapon
inspiration.
master. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So your
So I
first
used my
attack
inspiration.
swings, and so your inspiration is used, and unfortunately, you do not find purchase with your attack.
Hells yeah. All right. So as the stones are still settling around me, my feet I didn't have purchase. That's when I come back and I'm gonna try and do my second swing as well. All right. Okay. I'm gonna use my lucky feat that I just got.
Very well.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
we are level 8 actually.
we are
Lucky
level
for you.
Natural 20. Let's go. I'm gonna pump in. I'm gonna pump in my highest level smite as well.
Pump it in.
Pump it up. All right, that's a second level
The
smite.
beat is
All right, drop your damage.
All right, we actually haven't written my my second level smite on my sheet. So what I'll do is I'm gonna just roll that separate.
Sure, and then I'll add it in.
Yeah. Okay, cool. This is my great weapon master. Okay. That's 26, and then I'm rolling 3d8 on top of that. Oh,
All right.
did that work? No. Okay.
Just roll into the chat. Yep, there it is.
Dag, when you do level ups, you do both ability score and feat, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How do I change my abilities in Fantasy Ground?
Click on it and then just type in the new number.
Now that's going to be 16 radiant damage on top.
Is that right?
And are we doing are we doing brutal crits?
No.
Okay, cool. So then that's going to be another 3d8 on top of that because it's a crit.
Okay, yep. Throw it out there.
We get ability scores and feats?
Yeah. So you might need to.
When you level up.
Yeah, when you level up.
Because I love you guys and I want you to be powerful.
You absolute beauty. I love you.
Okay.
Going to be 25 radiant damage, 26 bludgeoning. Slashing. Due to
Very
my
well.
greatsword.
Okay. As the heavy blow from Azalis hits this creature, it cuts through its armor. The masked creature seems not overly perturbed from the attack. Swift,
Amazing.
you're up next.
I am. And since I am hidden, I am going to see if this. I'm going to find out what happens when you shoot piranha at a dinosaur. think.
Well, I guess we're about to find out.
Yes, we're about to find out. So I am going to attack with advantage with a piranha gun. Ha 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 ha.
Make it so.
Pray for me. Okay, let's do this. Clicking the little button. Yeah. So I pull out the gun, I give it a little kiss, and from the bushes.
Hell
Tell you what,
yeah.
they know I'm there now.
All right.
Oh, 19.
That is a solid
Close.
hit, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I fire piranhas at the dinosaur. Words I always longed to say.
All right.
Let's do this.
The piranha.
Wait, sorry, I rang. rolled the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's the other hit. As a piranha chomps into the arm, he basically raises his arm to kind of block it, and it sort of just starts chewing on it.
Yeah. Okay. Since I have fired, come on, Janet. I am going to use my move action to sneak through the bushes to a different location, so I can remain hidden.
Very well. Please do so. Let's also shrink down old boy here so you guys can see the map in the audience. There he goes. All right. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you're gone.
I am not. I am nowhere. Not even the tip of an ear is visible.
All right. Which brings us then to Alistane.
Excellent. Alistane is going to put the captain down. Sorry, captain is just going to very gently
Oh, sorry, that's
place
not what you meant.
him. Yeah, gently place him in the sand. He's like, there you go. You just sit right there. Wait, am I still holding you? You went first, didn't you?
Me?
Yeah.
I think you put me down when we got to the hiding place.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alistane is going to look at. Oh my goodness, sorry. Alistane's going to look at the giant dinosaurs before him and is like, all right, you boys seem a little beefy. How about we get some more lean muscle on that? And as the stones that protrude from his scales turn black, as his eyes, like the veins around his eyes also start to pulse with necrotic energy as he reaches out towards the big guy, towards Thrux, I believe his name was.
Yeah, Thrux. Although, fun fact, Thrux is actually the shortest of the dinosaurs there.
Ah. Then he'll reach out to the left one.
Oh, those
Like,
ones aren't fighting.
They are not fighting. It's just Thrux.
Hmm.
He's gonna reach out towards.
I just more mean
everything I just said.
Yeah. I just more meant he's not the biggest.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Blight. So could you
Ooh,
make me a
yeah, let's go.
Constitution saving throw?
All right.
And I will tell you what's going on. Oh, where is? Please and thank you. Do I do this?
Oh, if you look on your...
Yeah, I need you.
No, that's fine. If you open up your character sheet on the Actions tab, go down to where it says Blight, and then hit the magnifying glass to open up the spell.
Yeah, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
You should be able to drag the Constitution save onto the creature.
Oh, should I?
Fancy.
It's all fancy. It all gets done.
Fancy grounds.
Fantasy grounds, more like fancy grounds.
Hey.
Is this guy right here? Okay, cool. I'm working with a single window, so I'm trying to get this all in. There we go.
A bad guy will get a turn at some point.
Did it work? I dragged it onto him.
It did not, but that's fine. I will roll it.
How about that?
Constitution saving throw. Oh, he gets a 9.
That will not succeed. You will take 8d8 damage.
Make it
Ooh,
show.
mama.
That's spicy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This needs to. Can I please move this window? Okay.
Pat coming to us now from the bottom of the U-bend of the toilet.
Okay, so it gives me a ×5, but not a ×8. So.
No, you don't need to do that. If you look on your if you look at the spell.
Yes.
And you hit the magnifying glass.
Whoop! I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Yep. I'm looking at the spell. I'm looking at the magnifying glass.
Okay, you click on the magnifying glass. It should open up a drop-down menu, which will have your.
Ah, indeed it does. Look at. Oh, I see now. I get it.
And then you drag the 8d8 that's right there, and you drop it square on his little noggin right there, and then Bob's your uncle.
This is all a secret ploy from Fantasy Grounds for the game to become a tutorial, and I love it.
Yeah, it is. That's it.
At work, I believe.
Kaboom! 47 points of damage that he
Yeah.
So now that we've gotten the mechanical aspect out of the way, as Alistane reaches out and the necrotic energy pulses, the gemstones on his body, including his horns, act as sort of like power nodes and start sucking the life force out of Thrall.
This does cause him some pause. As it does so, the life force begins to leave him, and you see him sort of almost drop to his knee. But before he does, you watch as he just clenches his fist and sort of pulls himself back up. You can see blood starting to pool by one of his eyes as he stands looking in your direction.
Okay. It's just like, oh, that did a lot more than I thought it was going to. And just sort of like takes one step back. Like, easy, big guy. We're just trying to beat you so we can go in the cave.
All right. Well, first things first. You watch as this aura of almost like the embankment that you would see on a fog in a cloudy night on the beach starts to pour out of his legs. As it begins to flow past you, Azalis, Alistane, and Captain Fork, you get this deep, dark, scary chill. And let's see if you guys can make your wisdom saves. Azalis is fine. Alistane is fine. Captain Razorbeak is not fine.
Do I not get a chill because I'm covered in fur?
No, because you are 5 foot away from where the aura reaches.
Okay. That's fair.
Now,
is fuzzy.
failing this means that you will be frightened for a minute. However, if you would like to, you may burn your hero point to try and reroll.
Frightened. How is this going to work out? I like it. Frightened for a minute.
Yeah.
Let's play it out. Let's see what happens.
All right. You get the sense of looking into a bottomless, endless abyss when you look at this individual. You look at his strength, and it almost looks like there is no end to it. He does this as a bonus action. He then swings the hammer at Azalis. The first attack missing, as the large telegraphed attack was easily avoided by him.
Hells yeah.
The second attack equally missed as it swings back around. The third and final attack, as the tail spiked swings past you.
Oh boy.
Yes,
Yes!
You duck underneath and you rotate as the tail swings by and misses. All three attacks completely miss.
You sure it's me that's frightened?
Well, yeah, yes and no. It's got things. It's got things. This is just part one of its 8-part plan. All right, Razorbeak, it is up to you.
I've just put out my hand and said, "We must kill the beast if we want to feast." As Alistane pushed my hand aside, and I said, "What the hell? You just made me miss." And then this whole thing kicks off, and I'm like, "I guess we are doing it." And then I just am about to cast the Eldritch Blast again. This overwhelming fear comes over me that this thing is on a power level with my patron, and that's what terrifies me, that I might be going up against something, and I'm not sure if my patron wants me to or not. I'm not sure what's happening, and instinctively, I just kind of put my hands to my head instead, and I back away from the fight like 5-10 feet. And as I'm kind of stumbling back,
a voice pierces your mind. Kill him.
The moment that the voice happens, without me even like trying, it just happens for me. All of my psychic fear about this guy attacking turns into this sort of like this bead of light, almost tentacle-like, coming from my head towards his head, and he has to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, that is not ideal, but he will roll a 19.
Ooh, that'll succeed. He'll take half the damage, 7d6 halved. I don't see him on the map, so I'm
3.5 d6.
I'm gonna roll it onto this thing, and you're gonna apply it for me. 29 halved, so 15 or 14, depending on how you round. As I cast a 4th level Rowlathim's Psychic Lance at his face. As an action, and then as a bonus action, as I cast this, my hand that kind of almost happened for me. My hand was in the process of pulling up a tentacle from the water beside to interpose itself between me and it. As a bonus action, I will use my my big old tentacle-y thing that I've got. What is it called again? Tentacle of the Deeps.
All right.
Rolling in the Deeps. Is it this one that I need to roll?
All right. Now, unfortunately,
attack. Yes.
The tentacle that you summon will summon. However, it tries to attack the creature, but seems to be unable to.
What?
Almost as if the tentacle, as it's tried to like lash out at him, it's almost like it's bending away from him as it's getting close. You also notice that some of the runes on the tooth begin to glow.
Cool. I'll move back away from him that 5-10 feet that I said I stumbled back, and then I'll stay my ground at that point.
Very well. Okay.
Do I get to repeat a save at the end of my turn, or is it just a minute?
Nope, it's just a minute. Yeah. All right. The lizard folk don't do anything. They are on about not to. Azalis.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So Azalis is going to reset himself after having dodged 3 attacks from this massive creature. Is going to look over to the captain and then look back, and I'm going to say, "You have to." No, sorry. There's no need to fear. And I'm going to just bring my first attack down and see how much damage I can do. Okay. All right. Where's my? I got to drag it onto the character, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. First attack coming out. Where are you? Here we go. Boom. Okay, I'm going to use my next lucky point to reroll that.
All right. You also have been given a new hero point as well by our lovely audience.
Who was that gave me that hero point?
I believe it was Liska again.
Liska, thank you so much. I'm going to use that. Okay, that's a 9. Let me just see if I'm able to use something. There's a special thing that I haven't used that I really want to use. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I'm going to use my guided strike. So as I do this, I start to tap into my oath, and you start to see my gauntlets blaze with that hellfire again with the oath that I've sworn. As that happens, you see my attack light up and cinders flow off the trajectory of the blow, and I get a +10 to my blow because it's guided.
Do you need to decide that before or after you make your attack?
You choose to do so after the roll, but before knowing the results. So you haven't said that the result yet.
Well, I mean, the fantasy ground says you miss.
Okay, true. Okay, well,
I'll tell you what.
Because
Because it's automated, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna go with the percentage. Lower, you can't. Higher, you can. Lower. So no, this time you
Okay,
gain
cool.
on.
I'm gonna hold on to my ability then. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Then I
lucky
will.
yet.
No, I haven't used luck. I used the inspiration as well. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna come in with the next one, and I will guided strike this one.
Very well. You get a +10, which you can add to your modifier down the bottom left.
Okay. Do I just hit that twice then? Oh, it's just a +5. Oh, I had it here. Okay. 10. Oop. It's 110. Okay, cool.
Do it.
No, you can't get a plus.
110.
Yeah, you can't.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Plus
Let's go.
110.
Okay, cool. All right.
23 will hit.
What's that?
23 will hit.
110 plus my attack.
Yes, I do a million
okay,
damage.
cool. That's
20.
2 4s. And then I'm gonna smite into that with a second level as well.
Very well.
We have like a nice long conversation about us being worried about the captain like going too far in the pursuit of power. Meanwhile, Azalis like swings his sword and destroys the planet.
Just absolutely. Wow.
18.
That's another 18 on top of that. Hells yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All
You see
right.
this small nova kick off of the smite, so like a fire balloon. Hells yeah.
All right.
All right.
Swift, you're up next.
I feel a bit sad just firing another piranha after all that, but I'm gonna do that. So just to recap, Azalis turns this thing into a whirling ball of flame, and then from the bushes you just hear, and then this little piranha goes flying through the air.
Hells yeah.
Bro, I mean, that little piranha's done some damage in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when it
Yeah,
becomes
I
a
mean,
great
when-
white shark.
I was gonna say, when the little piranha does well, the little piranha does well.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, I have advantage.
Ooh, oh well, let's see if you get a nat 20.
Yeah, I don't know that you're gonna need it.
I'll roll again. No, it's
Nah,
fine.
yeah,
I'll take
definitely
the
the
26.
Yeah, you can take the hit. All right, so large set of
Just take-
piranha jaws. Again, kind of fly out. This creature is now like very, very bloodied.
Okay, so yeah, the piranha goes like all the way through the air and just lands on the back, latches on.
Hells yeah.
All right, Alistane, it is now your turn. Now, we have an insight bonus from Liquid Sanitines. I'm gonna say
Liquid
sanity.
Sanities?
Yeah. Look,
Liquid
hey,
sanity.
Look, I'm Australian,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Laza is what we call him.
Laza.
Good old Laza.
Thank
Because
you, Liquid.
we can't. Yeah, thank you, Liquid. We have an insight bonus, meaning you get a bit of gleaned insight. Now, you remember
Ooh.
that this individual mentioned that he is not the guardian here. That
Right.
if you enter, you will die, and he will not allow you to enter. It dawns on you that this guy doesn't overly seem like he's trying to kill you. I mean,
Oh,
there
yeah.
are 2 Tyrannosauruses here squaring off. He is being beaten. He's being thrashed. He's definitely not holding back in a particular way, but you do get the sense that there's no violence about what he's doing. There's no anger or hatred
yeah.
or animosity. That is your insight bonus.
Got you. So, the way I'm going to flavor this is I'm going to cast Guardian of Nature, and instead of Tree Azalis, with the energy that I've absorbed from Thrux, it very much kind of brings out the more animalistic side of Alistane, and so as that necrotic energy subsumes back into my body, my eyes, the slits that are my eyes narrow, as my horns become a little less more that like smooth polished jade, as they start to become more rough and jagged. My claws grow longer. The stone protrusions become spines down my back. As you see Alistane become far more bestial than you have ever seen him, and he is truly beginning to look like the dragons of his lineage.
Let's go! That's
However, I do maintain
amazing.
my talent, and I will take the primal beast form.
Yeah.
And as I take this form, I am going to make my way up to Thrux, to be right up in front of him, and sort of position myself in a way where I'm not necessarily impeding anybody else's attacks, but I've got a good handle on the situation as far as like if there is a final blow to be dealt to like kill him, to try and like maybe prevent that.
All right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And thank you again, Liska, for the hero point for Dread. Yay.
Spoiling me.
All right, you step forward and I guess ready in action to interpose if need be.
Yes, absolutely. But I also like am like still prepared for combat.
All right. Well, he takes it upon himself to now try and hit Azalis again. All right, let's see if I can actually hit something this time.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And if someone wants to drop me a nat 20, just saying.
Just saying.
All right.
Don't do it.
Here we go.
Save us, Alice.
Azalis. All right. Finally. The first hit that comes through, it is going to use Thunderous Smite.
Let's go.
Ooh. Oh, he's a pally boy. Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
Interesting.
All right. So firstly, you take 12 points of damage from the hit.
As he strikes out towards him, the tentacle interposes itself and reduces that by 8 points of damage.
Nice.
It is unable to.
It tries to.
It does try to. Unfortunately, the hammer is what's keeping it at bay.
Right.
Otherwise, it would. And you also take an extra 2d6 thunder damage, which is 9. So you take an extra 9 points of damage there,
Nice.
Azalis.
Now, is this keeping track of it, or do I have to do that?
It's keeping track of it.
Okay, cool.
All right. Its second attack.
Yep.
Will also hit.
Okay, cool.
Oh wait, sorry. Before I can conclude that hit, I need you to do me something. I need you to make me a strength saving throw, please, as you are struck.
Oh, I can do that. Okay, strength saving throw. Where is it? Where are you hiding? We go. Okay, so it's actually got my strength save wrong. So I actually have a +6 rather than a 2 on my sheet. So should I just roll that manually in the thing? Give myself a modifier of 6.
Sorry, how do you have the +6 from?
I have a +4 in my charisma, and I have an aura of protection.
Just on your bottom left-hand side where it says modifier.
Yeah. Okay.
Just add it there.
Aura of Protect.
All right. 14.
14 is not enough.
Okay.
As he hits you, you immediately get the sensation that you are underwater. You are
Hells yeah.
encumbered.
Ooh.
The second hit that hits. You know what? How many hit points are you on?
What is encumbered?
Encumbered is stuff.
Okay.
Useful.
All right. 9 points of damage
Hells yeah.
with a branding smite to drop an extra 2d6 radiant on you.
All right.
Which is another 7 points of damage on top of that.
Let's go.
All right. And with the final attack being, of course, his tail, I'm going to burn the nat 20 that I got earlier on.
I'm going to use my lucky if possible.
To do what?
So I get to roll, and you have to use whatever roll I have.
Is that how that works?
Yep.
Lucky, he can use Lucky to force you to re-roll something.
Well, unfortunately, because I'm using my nat 20, I'm not rolling.
Okay. I will hold on to my lucky.
So there is no roll to re-roll.
Actually.
Okay. Actually.
All right.
Saved by semantics.
I'll take it.
Go.
All right. So this is a critical hit, but I can't add anything else to this one because it's not my weapon. But that's 12 points of damage. That's quite sad.
All right. I'm still standing.
All right. So 12 points of damage as the tail spikes you. There we go. Well, I mean, that's only really going to affect Fork, so I don't really want to do that. I mean, I could. Why not? Why not? Fork, make me a wisdom save as the creature roars. When it roars, anyone who is frightened cannot approach if they fail. Yeah, so basically you can't take any move action that steps towards it.
That's already the condition of frightened.
Is it? In which case you must.
That's built into frightened.
In which case
you
cannot
can't get any closer.
In which case you cannot move from where you are. So you cannot retreat either.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Okay.
How far am I from it? I'm trying to use measurement tools, but A, I can't see his token, and B, I don't know how to do that.
You're exactly 30 foot away, and I don't know why you can't see anything.
Perfect. Cool.
There we go. Does that help?
Oh wait, that helps.
What?
Now, well, I've got color to the map now. It was just blue before, and now it's colorful.
Oh,
But I still can't see any tokens.
What?
I can see
Just
you.
I can just see me in the tentacle.
I see Thrux as well.
Maybe close the map, and then I'll try to send it to you again.
I don't know how to do that.
Top right hand side, there's a little X on
X.
the window.
No, it's not. Like, it's like the map is my background on here. Oh wait, no, right up here maybe. Yes, there you go. It's gone.
Top right.
There you go. Okay, cool.
Nope, it hasn't fixed it.
Very
Still
well.
Nothing.
Well,
Anyway,
Yep.
theater of the mind it is.
Theater
I'm
of the
30
mind.
feet away. Is it my
yes.
turn?
You are 30 foot away. It is. Well, that was Throx. It is now. Yes, it is your turn.
Do I happen to be 30 feet from anybody else? Or if I was to hypothetically make a 30-foot cone from me, I'd be able to get him in it, but anybody else would be in that
Yes,
cone?
you would
or
hit
no?
Azalis and you would hit Alistane. Also,
Cool.
before I forget, Azalis, make me a wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, a strength save. Strength save.
Strength save.
Yeah, which should be a disadvantage from your encumbered. I think it
Okay.
should automatically connect it, but yeah, let's see.
Oh, so I just don't hit disadvantage.
I mean, yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah, because all my saves are wrong. So I'm just gonna add the 6.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's 6. Let me double check. Wisdom, strength, yeah, 6. All right.
Right, that's a failure.
Didn't do disadvantage, so
That's fine. It's well, I mean,
still a failure.
yeah. No, natural one. There you go. All right. You are now restrained.
Right.
As basically now you just feel this crushing weight on you when you took that second hit.
I love it.
Go.
Go.
Okay. So Razorbeak, where are you going?
So without moving, as I can't, can I manipulate where the cone is so that I can miss my allies or not?
Not without moving.
Cool.
It's,
In that
you're
case,
literally
I'll
in a
hit them
line.
Yeah, that's cool with me. All right, you're both getting hit as well.
You can't move towards him.
And he can't
Yeah,
move
but I
away.
also failed a. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
also,
because he failed the roar.
no, I also
he can't
failed
move.
a.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
failed a secondary effect, which also nailed me to the spot.
Shit.
But that's
Yeah.
fine. You're gonna get hit. Sorry. I'm going to turn it back on
I can
him
take it,
as I feel this overwhelming fear coming from him of this this power to rival my patron, this infinite strength as you mentioned it. I think what has someone with infinite strength got to be afraid of, but infinite depth, infinite tentacles, infinite crushing pressure of crushing pressure of an infinitely deep ocean. And so I will cast fear right back at him and project a phantasmal image of my patron coming up out of the depths to wrap around him and crush him with tentacles and devour him and consume him.
Yeah.
And every creature in that 30-foot cone must succeed in a wisdom saving throw or drop what they're holding and become frightened.
All right, let's go. I have a +7.
Wisdom save, you said, right?
Wisdom save, yeah.
Oh, that is not good enough.
Gonna be an 18 from me. Oh, and also you get a +4 as well, Alistane.
Wow, +4? Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I protect. I
wisdom.
got
From
you.
attack.
I got you.
All right, so with my +5 to wisdom, that's a +9.
Yeah. Paladins.
Paladins.
So
16. So
16 total.
16.
Yeah. Exactly enough. 16 is my DC.
All right. All right. So as you
Beast mode.
So as you create this this creature in the space behind you, looming over the scene here, Alistane and Azalis, you kind of see it, but you can kind of piece together it is an illusion of some kind. However, this creature sees it and looks into its endless depths, and it is now frightened.
Question. This is an image of his patron, correct?
Yes.
As
Can I
far
make
as
an
I know, it's
as far as-
insight roll.
I
Can I
have
make an insight roll to start connecting some dots as to why he would summon that image?
You may.
and it's also like it's like an image of my patron in so much as like a horror movie shows you the image of the thing. Like you might get you're seeing mostly darkness and tentacles and eyes and like glinting redness maybe, and just this infinite depth.
It's starting to come together. It's starting to together. 14 is not bad.
All right, you get some idea. The creature appears to be this massive writhing tendrils. But even looking at it is kind of difficult because again, because you're not affected by it. It's kind of blurry and incorporeal. It looks like an illusion.
Gotcha.
All right.
So here's the deal. He must drop whatever he is holding.
He is going to drop his hammer, which is called the Fang of the Fathomless.
Does my tentacle react when he drops his hammer?
You can try to have it attack if you'd like.
I will, yes. So he must drop what he's holding. He becomes frightened for the duration. And while he's frightened in this way, he must take the dash action and move away from me on the safest available route on each of its turns.
Very well.
Only if he ends his turn in a location where he doesn't have line of sight to me can he make a wisdom saving throw to
All
finish
right.
the effect.
You may attempt.
Dang, dude.
So
Yeah,
that's
let's
my
go.
action. The fear is to turn it right back on him. I'm frightened of him. He's going to be frightened of me. I'm saying like he's like, as far as my brain is telling me, he's like projected this image of being like infinitely strong and this this bottomless well of strength. And I say, well, my dad's bigger than yours, and I'm like, well, mine's just even stronger and even more infinite. And I've sent it back on him. And then as a bonus action, I will have my tentacle try and reach out and strike him.
All right, make your attack.
All right.
Tentacle slap.
Tentacle slap. I don't know why it's rolled twice, but they
You're
were
still
basically
drunk.
the same number. Yeah, still drunk.
My
tentacle,
god
isn't
could
it?
kick your god.
That will, but I think
that
that'll
was a-
hit. Did you roll it
That was
on?
it should have been a 21. I can't see his tokens. So
Oh,
I
you can't.
roll
Yeah,
it
no,
on.
that's fine. Okay, yeah, 21 will hit.
So the damage from the tentacle is 3 points of cold damage, and his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
All right, now
As
Alistane.
he's dashing away from me, he's doing so slowly.
Well, he's not. He's not dashing anywhere. Alistane,
Yes.
you had the readied action to interpose yourself. It looks like this is going to be a fatal blow.
Got you.
Ooh.
How do I want to do this? I wanna figure this out.
Give himself a how do I want to do?
I would like to use my readied action to sweep the leg so that this blow misses, and then as that's happening, come down with a non-lethal strike to knock him out.
All right, let's make an athletics check to achieve this.
Cool.
All right, here the target number you need to beat is With the disadvantage, it has a 17 is what you need to beat.
Oh God, can I use my token to just make that happen?
Can you use the token to make it? I will give you a +4 in exchange for your token.
Okay. Alright, where are my skills? And it's athletics, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm great at that. Oh yeah, I'm so good at that.
Oh,
That'll work?
Will it? Oh, with the
With
plus
the
4 in
plus
addition.
4?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That'll
All
be a
right.
dirty 20.
So the creature is knocked to the ground as the snap of the tendril hits it in the back of the head. As it's about to grab him and just basically crush him with that cold damage, Alistane wrenches his feet back with like a rugby move as he puts him down and puts the elbow and
jumps
forearm
right up on top.
Yeah.
And with like a flying punch just comes down and clocks him right across the jaw.
Let's go.
All right. And with that, he is rendered unconscious. His head knocked to the side, arms stretched out, unable to reach the hammer anymore. He is still and motionless.
All right. Do I have my wash of magic over me dissipate, or am I still kind of like struggling against it as it's pushing me down?
It is still pushing you down.
That's interesting.
What are the two other lizard folk doing
When
when their dude goes down?
They begin to approach at this point. They don't seem like, again, hostile or anything. The one closest to the hammer will reach for it.
Yep.
And as
Alistane's just kind of like gets off of him, holds his hand up.
they grab the hammer, and as they do, they seem to press it against Azalis, like they kind of almost jab him with it, not smack him with it, but like. As they do so, Azalis, the effect ends immediately.
Am I still like rooted to the spot with fear, or
You are no longer. Yeah.
I will start to move forwards, like my confidence growing, because that's kind of Fork takes that as an irrefutable proof that my patron is stronger than whatever is guarding this treasure or whatever, and therefore my fear was stronger than his, and it's broken me out of it. And as I step forward, I walk straight towards the fallen guy, and the tentacle comes in, flanking from the other side. A move that you've all seen a few times now, and you hear me saying almost to myself, another thing you've heard me saying a few times now.
May the bodies of my enemies feed your insatiable hunger.
And you know that I'm about to kill him.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Easy, Captain.
As I'm stepping forward, I'm conjuring that black smoke, that tentacle greatsword.
No.
May the bodies of my enemies
He's
feed your...
defeated.
You get into my way.
Yeah, absolutely. Like blocking your path.
What is it?
He's defeated.
You want
He
the...
lies.
He is
As
not yet
this
fed to the ground.
I'm gonna.
As this happens, when Fork begins the casting and Alistane has stepped in to sort of stop him, the hole appears, but not around the victim. It appears around all of you,
Oh.
including Swift.
Okay.
Including me!
Yeah. What did I do?
I'm just firing piranhas out of a bush! I'm innocent!
All right.
Did you only fire piranhas the whole fight?
Yes, that's all I've done! All I've done is launch fish into the air. I am not responsible for where they landed.
All right.
And as this is happening, the Alistane's holding up his hand. The toll has been paid.
We need to have Swift hide in a barrel so that we can be shooting fish out of a barrel.
Hey,
Oh!
I want that
Yeah.
so
1
bad.
points for this one.
Okay. Here we go.
So what appeared around them? Sorry.
The mouths that you summoned. The thing.
Insatiable hunger.
All right. Let's put you guys on the map here.
What kind of mouths are we talking about? With like
Lips.
teethy...
There's lipstick, beautiful teeth, really
See,
white.
and this is what I was wondering. Are we talking like, you know, supermodel?
Feminine, beautiful,
kissy,
pretty sort of
beautiful mouths.
duck mouth. That's what they're.
Yes,
You see?
exactly. They are ready for Instagram.
Yeah, can
Yeah.
you get my
Oh my
character's
gosh.
dark vision because I can't see a thing for
Uh,
some reason.
It just
I
popped
have
into
not
mine.
existed on this map for a while now. So, you know what? Don't worry about it.
wait, can you guys not see?
I can see.
I can
I
see.
now
That's all
see
that matters.
a map.
I can see our
Good.
tokens.
Yeah,
I
that
just can't see.
you can see your.
I
to-
cannot see
Oh,
myself.
Azalis is down with there. How about that? Is
Oh,
that better?
this dude.
So just getting like a. Oh, yep, nope, that's much better.
Okay, good. I
I
think
see.
I think I put you in the water and then you couldn't see because you were drowning.
Because I
all
was
right.
drowning.
So, in front of you, you find yourselves as you are sunk into an inky black darkness, suddenly transported into an interior of a cave. There, attached to a wall, is what looks to be a man, an ancient and venerable fellow, covered in scars and wounds. At his feet, a series of large tendrils lash and keep him bound. Hooks dig into his shoulders, made of rare metals that haven't seemed to age or rust. The walls themselves, both stone and leaves, have overgrown and covered his body. He looks to you and says, You have ended the Guardian.
He said,
Oh, we don't know if you know. I think it was said.
said he wasn't our guardian.
He's defeated, yes.
Good. I have been here for so long. I seek relief. Please.
I'm going to look around to see if there's any gold glinting that I can see anywhere.
Is this
I'm gonna-
somebody that any of us recognize?
Yeah, Swift is just about
any-
to ask that question.
Anyone can make. Actually, no, Swift, you would recognize it immediately. But the rest of you may make a history check if you'd like. But as I mentioned, Swift can probably tell you here. You know that according to legend, this is likely the tribal leader that had the spirit of the great and powerful fish creature imbued
Yes,
into
you were
its
talking
body.
about this. You were talking about
Levitas.
this. Yes. Okay.
Correct.
I wrote notes because that's
done.
what I do. Let me
This-
give you a recap.
There you
The
go.
story states that a race of humanoids created by the first gods were on land, were spurned by land, and adopted the sea. The tale speaks of Levitas, a grand wizard who gave us the ability of the flight spell, levitation. He used his power to harvest nature, and then he took the power of another.
Oh boy. Okay, all right.
What am I getting from this guy? Anything? Whispers, music? anything?
The whispers for the first time in a long time have completely stopped. They are silent in here.
Do I see any gold? Anywhere around?
There is no treasure, no gold, just this old man.
I'm just left confused.
Also, you do have the lantern. The lantern is pointing you back outside.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Here's an interesting question. Probably not something that we would know. Does Rob still feel? Does Captain Falk still feel the effects of everything that's been going on to him now that like the whispers have stopped? And
I imagine there
feel
is a
that
certain level
pull.
of clarity that is now come over you. Even the whispers that, or even the feeling of like that kind of greed that kind of comes from the lantern has kind of subsided here. It's almost as if this entire chamber is designed to put feelings like that to sleep.
Ooh. Okay.
I have a question for this man.
You may ask.
You are Levitas.
Through cracked lips, he says, "Once. Yes. I went by that name. But
The man who stole power from the gods. And the one who created the Horn of Poseidon?
yes, it was one of the many things that I am sinful for. I am Levitas, and I am so tired. Please, end my misery. I know it was forthcoming of me, but it was I who lured you here. You with a connection
No.
with the fathomless deep.
No. No. I'm here because this is where I'm meant to be. This is
It
This
is.
is where-
It is, child. Because without the strength to overcome, you would never be able to find me here. The power that I give you connects us both. And now that you are so close, I could bring you here.
You didn't bring me here. I was brought here by the hunger. The
hunger. Yes.
Captain, what's he talking about? What's the
Shut
fathomless
up!
deep? What hunger?
The hunger that
Excuse
consumes all of us. Yes. Ironic, I don't ever recall calling it that, but it seems suited.
I start moving towards him.
Where is it?
The treasure you seek is not here.
Where is it?
My wings all go out.
As you do so,
Captain.
you get close, and as you do so, the man cries out in pain as the hooks seem to dig deeper into him as you approach.
Yeah.
Listen,
Captain
you are not.
Falk.
You're not the one that I came here for. You are not meant to be here. This is meant to be where I.
He stole from the one you came here for.
Then
He
where
stole
is it?
power.
Where is this power? Give it to me!
The
I
power.
kind of catch myself
And I look at
back a
Levitas.
little bit.
The power was stolen from the fathomless deep.
Yes.
The power now in the Horn of Poseidon.
He nods.
The power the Mofolk want to wage war on the land.
Yes.
You had no right over that. I must take it back. That's what they want from me. This is what the hunger wants. I see now. This is what the hunger wants me to find. Where is it? What did you do with it?
I placed it somewhere safe. Somewhere that none but I could find.
Tell me!
And I'll summon the tentacle like behind his head and kind of wrap it around his throat if I'm able.
Captain,
Tell me where it is!
tell no tales.
As you say this, the tentacle does relent a little.
I will tell you. But you must swear. Swear to kill me. Release me from this.
I will do you that service if you tell me where this power you took from my master is.
He is going to use an insight on you.
Cool.
Are you being honest?
I am. I love nothing more than to kill this guy.
He looks at the others. Are you willing to accept this?
Zealous. Nods.
Alistane is just sort of taken aback by all of this, and the cogs are turning, and is just kind of not really paying attention to the conversation. Is just sort of a bit afraid of the captain at the moment.
He says,
Swift, what about you?
Swift is bricking it. I don't know if you've ever seen a rabbit bricking it, but Swift is bricking it.
Well, this guy is looking straight at Swift, like an uncomfortable long time. He says, the power used to harness the fathomless deep was born of virtue. 7 great virtues once ruled over all magic, but corrupted over time, forgotten. The treasure you hold in your person echoes with the fragments of greed. The hunger, Poseidon's horn, is a gluttonous and never-ending power that consumes it all. For this, you must find someone unblemished by sin. He looks to Alistane. I sense the good in you, the wrath of Azalis, the lust of Swift, and the greed of Fork. But you are the only one who can reach it. Come, step forward and I will give you the key.
Tread carefully, friend.
Alistane takes a step back and then starts to very slowly move forward. It does not want this. Does not want this at all. But it's this is what we need to there's going to be unnecessary war over this thing unless somebody finds it and destroys it first.
Listen here, old man. You speak of my wrath. You will see it firsthand if you hurt my friend or mislead him. There is nothing that will stop me from bringing that wrath upon you.
I appreciate your concern, but I no longer fear pain or suffering.
Oh, my wrath.
And you already offer
that,
me...
ascends that.
You already offer me everything I want.
Alistane offers a reassuring, a very shaky but reassuring smile to Azalis.
It's all right. I do this of my own accord.
Zalis nods curtly, his eyes studying the expression of Alistane. Then
and just kind of looks back to Swift as well. And
I nod to him very slowly, and I pull out the piranha gun.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's I've got your back.
It's got a way of undermining scenes. when you say in a really tense moment, I pull out a piranha gun.
It's so good.
Whip out my piranha gun!
And pull out a rapier, a normal rapier that has no piranhas associated with it.
All right. As you step forward, he bites on his lip. A trickle of blood pours down his beard. He says, your hand.
Slowly hold out my hand to catch the drop of blood.
He drops a few drops of the blood into your hand, and as he does, he begins to chant. As he does so, magic begins to coalesce in the center of your palm. It begins to rise, and you hear the sounds of the energies suddenly passing into your arm. A gloved tattoo appears in your scales. It seems to have just these words written in a language so old that your eyes seem to change its shape the longer you look at it. As it ties itself in, his muttering continues until finally the tattoos quell and stop. It is
What have
done.
you done?
I have granted you the key. The one without sin will know the way. Now,
I feel like I will live to regret this.
and hopefully
Hope you live
I
to
will
regret
not.
this.
Why? Why steal power from the gods? Why tempt fate that much? What could have
Mankind,
Question only
needed.
a good man would ask.
because mankind was forgotten by the gods. Where were the gods when our kind was shackled to the great and mighty dragons? Where were they when our flesh was burnt, pulled apart and reassembled at the whim of the wicked? Where were the gods then?
Alistane doesn't say a thing.
And what will you have us do with that much power?
I cannot.
Destroy it? Give it back?
I made sure that the person who can get the things that I had made, these artifacts of sin, could only be acquired by those without. For they would know where they could truly do the most good, and perhaps one day cleanse them and return them to the virtues that I once held for them.
Go now. Into whatever oblivion awaits you.
And Alistane will continuously, like, looking at his hand, will step away and back towards Azalis and Swift.
Swift puts a paw on your shoulder. Just like,
As soon as you do so, Alistane, I'm not going to tell you what this does because you haven't had time to figure this out. But you have, I want you to mark down 7 tokens. And I want you to tell me if you would like to give Swift the once per day ability to use Charm Monster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Swift,
that sounds great.
You have Charm Monster for the day as a once per day activation ability.
like persistently.
Well, no, well, Alistane has to give it to you every day, but otherwise, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at that. That was childish. So, none of us are childish. We're all adults here, sadly. So, okay, cool. Good to know. Thank you.
I will say, I'll get closer to him and I'll say,
May your next life leave you satiated. And may in this one, your body feed the insatiable hunger.
and then the tentacle that was kind of at bay beside him snakes its way around his throat and down under his arms and just like starts crushing closer and closer.
Ooh.
And then as I conjure the sort of tentacle weapon that you've seen me conjure into a rapier, a sword, a great sword, a few different weapons. I've made daggers with it. You've never seen this before. It conjures into something that doesn't even resemble a weapon. It seems to take over my entire hand, and my hand almost mutates like lobster-like claw into this octopus beak at the end. And then with the octopus beak, it reaches out, opens wide, and just grabs his head. And I'm just gonna... I'm going to consume his head with my conjured blade.
All right. No sooner than you do that, suddenly, the entire area around you suddenly falls to this deep red, as the entire area now covered in this kind of almost blood-like color. Let me see if I can... There we go.
Nice.
So this entire area, again, the walls begin to drip. The sound of thundering coming from all around you is prominent as this creature breathes its last. as he slumps, you watch as a convulsing begins. The body twists unnaturally, almost as if the bones are breaking. And from the severed head's stump, a large and massive figure of a huge whale erupts and fills the chasm. It has 12 long fins as it sort of sails weightless in the air, almost as if it were underwater. Infinite eyes circle around its head as it sends this glimmering light around you.
Sink to my knees and just like in an open kind of pose with my wings splayed behind me.
As the large whale twists and turns, there is a sudden bolt of energy, a light that erupts. The whale seems to be in pain. Something seems to be wrong. There's a huge glow. A rip appears in the ceiling, a bright glowing cosmic energy as the whale is pulled unnaturally upwards and disappears.
I shoot after it as quickly as I can with the wings out.
As you reach up, it closes.
Tentacle shoots from my hand and just smashes against the what's left behind, the stonework or whatever. I hit against the ceiling and like my wings are just beating, keeping me there, and I'm just scrabbling with my own like talons and claws and weapons and everything, and conjuring tentacles that are not even coming out of my arms anymore. They're coming from like my shoulders and scratching at the stonework above me.
As this happens, Fork, your head begins to reel. Just these noises, these large bangings sort of seem to just constantly come from within. And as this happens, you fall. You lose yourself.
Tentacles just recede away like wilted vines.
The blood inside you begins to boil. And as it does so,
by the way, immediately like rushing forward and like wings out, like astral wings projecting outwards and soaring to just catch the captain.
Yeah. I will Misty step underneath.
Yeah.
And then look up slightly nervously as this thing starts like coming towards me.
You catch the captain. Azalis, are you also getting underneath?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
As you catch the captain feels lighter. It's almost as if all that anger, all that rage had just left his body in one lump. And that's when you look up. There is still Captain Fork on the ceiling. But it is his body. It's his spirit. And it is starting to manifest something. Tendrils whip around. Rage begins to just pour in a primal fashion. And you watch as metal, the metal wings wrap around him and catch onto his body. Blue flames erupt and peel his face backwards away from there as this large and huge creature lands down. These razor sharp swords now replacing these wings as it lands. And it only says 3 words. I am free. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Oh my god!
Fuck, that was chilling. I've genuinely got goosebumps.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. I hope that you guys enjoyed the events that we did. We did go a little bit over time, so thank you for sticking around. Thank you to my wonderful players for sticking around. Guys, this was incredible. We are going to do Stars and Wishes today. I do really want to do it, especially for today. But before we do, I want to make a special announcement, and that is, if you want to know about the continuation of what happened to the giant whale, Tune in tomorrow at 7 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time or 7 p.m. US Eastern Standard Time for our running of a 12-hour marathon for Jasper's Game Day. It is a crossover event that we're all going to be running, and you guys are all invited there. It will follow what happened to the giant whale and stuff, so come and check that out. Okay, so super quick, who are you? Stars and wishes, go Rob.
Hello, I'm Robert Hartley, GM. I'm a professional dungeon master, game master, tabletop role player, and so on. I am the DM for Viva la Dirt League and the writer for D&D Logic, and I stream on Twitch several times a week with D&D related content. So go and check me out at Robert Hartley, GM. This
1 star,
and
1
then,
wish.
and then straight into Stars and Wishes. I mean, I'm first, so I get to take it. That ending was, so I did not know that I have been building up, because we've kind of talked off camera, like not too much, but we've talked about like, and I get basically just to give you my my permission to like do whatever you needed to with Captain Fox's story. I was like, I'm happy for me to get like a redemption arc at the end as I slide into madness and greed, and then like come out of it at the end. I said a while back I was also happy if it turns out that I have to fight the party and they kill me. I'm perfectly fine whatever Fox story goes. I'm trusting with you as the GM and these three as the players 100%. But I never in 100 years would have guessed that I would have had to like fight my own manifestation of greed and anger and all of the everything that I have been building as the player. I have been building this monster that I'm now gonna have to fight, it seems. Amazing, very good twist, like saying that he seems lighter and then looking up and seeing that I'm still there. That was tasty stuff. And then I genuinely got goosebumps at the end, so kudos. That was a fantastic cliffhanger. Wishes, I mean, what did I wish from this? I wish that Fantasy Grounds was working for me properly and I didn't just have technical problems of like not seeing the map and not being able to roll properly and all that stuff. Alistair.
Fun fact, now that you're expunged as well, you're no longer poisoned, so.
Oh, nice.
There we are.
Patrick.
Which means that guy's drunk still. Because he's taking
Do you know? Do you know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Because he's your spirit.
Hey.
Terrible.
Hey, very good.
I'm so sorry.
That was
I
very
love
quick.
Oh god, stars. So many things. I'll run through really quickly. Wonderful moments with Dread, with Azalis and Alistane. The fact that Alistane chose like the character choices that I've made, which are so very opposite to Rob's, leading to that whole thing with the hand, super duper freaking cool. The ending, yeah, that as well. Wishes that I wasn't as tired as I am and we could just continue playing, and then I could have been a little bit more quick on the dialogue and access to my inner dictionary to use words do better. Janet.
So many stars. Oh my god, just hella game today. I think everybody had an amazing moment. I don't want to go through them because I really have to run, but oh my gosh, like just all the characters on true form today, I thought. And so excited about the big reveal with Levitus and the lore coming together with the Horn of Poseidon, the thing and the other thing and the dark and all the plot points coming together. It made me so happy. You guys know I'm a Can I say I'm a lore whore? I'm a lore whore. I love world building. I love lore. I'm a lore whore.
I say lore junkie.
Lore junkie.
There we go. That's a
Yeah.
little yeah.
Because no one's paying you.
So I loved it. I freaking loved it. I had one wish. I had a thing that I was gonna do with Swift. I was one initiative round too short. I don't want to tell you what it is because I want to do it.
Okay, well, you might have a
I'm gonna
chance to
tell
now.
you.
There you go. You're gonna have
Swift
to
was Swift was gonna have a Swift moment, a character moment, and it
Hey.
didn't happen. I was just
And,
a little bit too slow off the uptake.
And you know what? Not that it's important, but I did want to give Swift a seduction moment, and I'm not going to give you anything because obviously you know me better than that. I mean, I'm not going to totally mention the fact that you now have Charm Monster and 2 giant T-Rex people waiting outside, but we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to leave that hanging.
Dino love.
So thank you for that. Next up, Dread.
Hello! I'm Josh, the Dread GM. If you want to see what I'm doing, head on over to Dreaded GM on Twitch, or you can check out my link tree that I'm going to post everywhere soon. But if you want to see the next installment and the start off this marathon stream, head over there right now and hit the follow button because we're going live in T-minus X hours?
Almost 12 hours. Almost 12
12 and a half.
hours. Yeah,
12 and a half
hours.
hours from now, we'll be live.
It's going to be amazing. So
be
you
big.
be there. You don't want to miss this. Okay, so my star, I'm going to say the end. I was enthralled by it. It was absolutely amazing. Everyone was like firing off on all cylinders tonight with role play and descriptions and stuff like that. So I do have something for everyone, and you know I do, but I'm going to be a good Dread and not say them all. But by golly, the ending was just like one of those moments. You go back and you watch, our faces, Dag, and like we're just like on the edge of our seats. So masterful. Thank you so much.
Paid for my whole seat, and I'm only using the edge.
Thank you.
My only wish tonight would be Fantasy Grounds be doing crazy tech things. It sucks that like it sort of like doesn't amplify or make play better. It was something that was kind of getting in our way. So that's the one thing. But VTTs, it's a new groundbreaking thing that we're all getting used to. And I think it's just because we're transferring from, theater of the mind so strongly to having these things that are meant to sort of like enhance play, but we're still developing them. So I understand that stuff. So
The only real solution is for Dag to fly us all to Australia.
yes,
that's true.
And we all play on the table.
yeah. I mean, like,
I'm from the studio.
Look, there's a chance that my good friend Pat might be coming to PAX Us, so we're just looking at you,
potential,
Janet.
Yeah, that's it. I remember when Guy bullied me and Janet to go to Gen Con. Well, actually, I say that, but Janet actually won an award. I don't know if you've heard of these awards, like an Ennie. Anyone heard of that?
Oh my
Do you
gosh.
guys, Rob? Do you have an Ennie? No. Okay. Well, Janet has an Ennie.
Look,
Silver play button.
I don't see
click the
it.
play button.
Anyway.
Damn it.
I have it ready.
Anyway.
I gave myself an award.
Yeah, I've got a participation award. So thank you everyone. Look, my name's Michael. I'm the Devil's Gamer. This is my place. This is my face, and I enjoyed everything today. My star would definitely go to all of you guys. I feel like everything from you guys having that little chat off to the side about the captain finally getting those those grievances out and in the air. To right up until the fact that we've kind of tried to snap him out of it, gotten into some trouble, and managed to find that resolution. You guys kind of feel like the captain is going through stuff, and you guys are literally right there, hand in hand, helping him. This for me is like the epitome of what a good crew looks like, and you guys embody that so well. And that's my star. I want to highlight that you guys are an amazing crew, and I would happily sail the seas with you anytime. My wish is definitely in the same vein as Fantasy Grounds. Look, I mean, VTTs are fine. I mean, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't use them if I could avoid it. But honestly, if Fantasy Grounds is gonna give me free stuff, I mean, look. And besides, they know I'm honest about it. And yeah, it's got its janky things, but yeah, it's still a lot of fun. I think, especially when you don't have to calculate like 86 points of damage. Like it shaves off time like
Definitely
that.
speeds up the math. Yes.
It does.
His wings are swords, guys. His wings are swords.
Its wings are swords. All right, we are going to go and raid now. Going to go and raid our dear friend Ardana, who's doing a one-on-one D&D session. So we're gonna go give her a big round of love. Now, guys, she has 3 people in chat right now, so we're gonna blow her away with the 49 people that are gonna go there.
All the freaking
love, all the emotes
Yes.
from all of our channels. Send all the care, because I mean, this is what we're all about. We're all about sharing cool stuff and excellence. If you want to catch us, we'll be back in 2 weeks for episode 10 of Sirens and Silver, where we get to see what happens. Or we'll see you in 12 and a half hours when we're live for this thing. Thank you so much from us, and we hope that you have a wonderful day. Until we meet again, as always, game hard Or die trying.
Or die trying.
I'm trying. Yes, let's go.
Bye guys, love you.
Whoop, whoop.